Nick Chawla, Ransburg Professor of Materials Engineering at Purdue University. Bees in particular are really interesting because they make these really organized hexagonal structures which are used in the soles of shoes and other kinds of aircraft structures where you have honeycomb kind of structures. And so we got together with entomologists and tried to figure out, okay, from their point of view, they wanted to know why do the bees do what they do from it's a species or evolutionary point of view. And from the material side, we wanted to know, okay, well, how do they construct things? How do they know to make these honeycombs really stiff and strong? Honeycomb structures are actually very interesting. We've been mimicking honeycomb structures for years. We really don't understand how they're actually formed. And a lot of the sort of state-of-the-art is really just taking a comb, looking at it in a microscope, or cutting it up. And so with the X-ray microscopy, we were able to actually see the formation of the comb as a function of time without having to destroy it or maul it. We would actually take a little slit on one of the frames where we have the bee colony in there, and then we take that slit out and bring it to the X-ray microscope every few hours, every few days, and we were able to get a scan and then put it back and let the bees do their work. When you think about honeycombs, they're very lightweight. They're able to maintain some of the brood and other bees that are sort of growing, and they're also used to store honey, and they can store several times their weight in honey without actually rupturing. The bees actually make the comb in a very, very intelligent way. So it's not like they just come over and they start to build these hexagonal cells. They actually start in a very methodical way, much like engineers do, building a spine. And if you think of a corrugated, sort of frame, they build that first vertically. And once they have that corrugated frame, and we think they do that because it's a stiff, it's a spine, it counteracts sort of the gravity in a way, and then they start to build horizontally. 3D printing, for example, is now the rage, and we can make structures that are near net shape, that don't require a lot of machining. And so honeycombs are essentially nature's 3D printing, because they take the wax, they use resource allocation. They're sort of limited by how much wax, nectar they can find from all over the place. Sometimes they actually scavenge some wax if they don't get the chance to get it, so they have to go with whatever they have. And they make these really light paperweight kind of structures that are extremely strong, and that's the part of it that we still don't quite understand, that we're working on right now.